the beliefs of this radio station.
It's time for an hour of pure joy with a joyful life on Amazing 102.5 FM. Today's special guest is Plane Crash survivor Kechi Okwuchi, who recently became the first international star when she wowed the judges on NBC's America's Got Talent. Then one of the stars of the ensemble theater, Simply Simone, a tribute to the life and the music of the Nina Simone, drops in to talk about the musical. It's a fun show. Now here are your hosts, Joy Sewing and me, Todd Ramos.
Hello, welcome to The Joyful Life with Joy Sewing and
Todd Ramos here.
It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and we're so excited. This is a great show. I'm so excited today.
I am too.
Okay, so you heard that we have Kechi here, and she was on recently on America's Got Talent and blew us all away, and then even blew us even more because she's in Pearland here in Texas.
Local.
In Houston, yes. So I had to reach out.
Pearland Got Talent.
I know. So I had to reach out and make sure she got on the show because I wanted to talk with her, hear from her. She can't sing, unfortunately, but she's going to share her wonderful story here and inspire us.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And then we also have a cast member from the Ensemble Theater's Simply Simone production, which just started this week. It's a wonderful production about the life and legacy of Nina Simone.
Amazing.
So I did a Facebook Live with her earlier this week at the Houston, at my day job at the Houston Chronicle, and the wonderful actresses that we had were amazing. Their voices and everything. So you have to check out the production, but you also have to stay with us and hear from our Simply Simone guest.
Yes. That was live, by the way.
It was live.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. So how are you doing, Todd?
I am doing good.
What's going on this week?
It is here, 4th of July.
It's 4th of July. Are you doing
pre-weekend?
Are you doing anything fun?
Regrouping and enjoying the fireworks.
All right. Do you have your food? Okay, so last week we talked about July 4th food.
I gotta have ribs. I'm sorry.
You have ribs?
I have to have some ribs.
Okay.
Yes, ribs. I need.
You need ribs.
And a hot dog.
Okay, and a hot dog. Okay. Well, you know what? We had planned on bringing in cocktails today, didn't we? We said we were going to do our, okay, so Todd and I said we were going to do our favorite cocktail and bring it in celebration of July 4th, but we both forgot.
I need a drink on that.
So we will have to do this another time.
Yes.
Maybe Labor Day.
Or next weekend.
Or no, okay, next weekend.
Okay.
All right.
We'll
so
get you saucy.
Yes. All right, so we got some hot topics we want to talk about. One, I did an interview this week with a wonderful woman. Her name is Betty, and she's 88 years old, lives in a memory care center in Kingwood, Texas, which is a little bit north of Houston. And when she was 17, she was in this ad in 17 magazine, and she was modeling a trench coat. And this was in 1945. So the Memory Care Center reenacted the ad. They hired a makeup artist, a hairstylist, everything, but they got the trench coat and the umbrella and put her in so that she could, have this wonderful memory and feel special for the day. Of course, she didn't remember much,
That's a great idea.
It was it was really special. And her daughter was there who cried, and it was just a wonderful idea for somebody.
The same coat?
It was a replica. It wasn't the same
okay.
coat.
I was like, boy, did they have a Smithsonian of the wardrobe?
But you know what? What I learned in doing this story is that there are millions, 5 million people are suffering from Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And more than 2/3 of those are women.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was just something very special.
It was. And you know what they said is that we are trying to bring joyful moments to the people who have lost their memory, and hopefully it will trigger something inside them and
I
make
wonder
them
if it
feel.
triggered anything for her.
It did. She smiled and batted her eyes. She was flirting with the photographer.
Stella got her groove back.
So anyway, if you can check out the story on HoustonChronicle.com on Monday, it comes out. So yeah.
That's a good one.
I thought it was
joyful.
Joyful. It was joyful. All right. So speaking of joyful, I don't know if this is joyful. Shonda Rhimes, the most powerful woman on TV, Grey's Anatomy.
Yes. I love
How
her.
to Get Away with Murder.
She's real.
She is real. So she's dropped a significant amount of weight. I think 150 pounds.
Wow. That's
I wouldn't.
Person.
Yeah, that is a person. She dropped 150 pounds.
That's amazing, actually.
And so she is has gone on her blog or website talking about how people are treating her so much differently now that she's lost weight. Like, ooh, you look great. All these compliments. And she said, well, what about before? What did I look like before? Like, why couldn't I get compliments before? Now I lost 150 pounds, and all of a sudden I'm beautiful.
Now you're talking to me.
Yeah. So I just thought it was interesting to see that kind of her perspective on it. Not like a lot of people would take the compliments and run with it, but she's like, wait a minute, I was beautiful before.
Yes.
You know, and
now you want to talk to me.
I'm just smaller and beautiful. You remember?
Yeah, that would make you feel uncomfortable.
I think so too.
Especially, just talking about it. You know, that's someone's own journey, but I'm sure they had great intentions. But
yeah, and you know what she said that in a quote? She said, people were talking to me like I was a new baby. Yeah, with my hair and my makeup all did, and she's like, it's ridiculous.
I like that. All did.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, people there's got to be some discreet manners on how things are said. I mean, because people, women, if they're a little heavier, and people may think they're pregnant, or
yeah, and I think
I put my foot in my mouth before, accidentally saying something like that. So I've been on both sides to where or if someone hasn't seen you in a while, they're like, boy, you look good. I'm like, what, did I not look good before?
Exactly.
I'm like, hello.
Exactly. You drop a few pounds and all of a sudden you're beautiful. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you called them out on it, though.
I am glad too.
I bet you all those people that feel bad, they're like, oh my God.
I know. But then it makes people think, wait a minute, what is our definition of beauty? What is our definition of, this whole aesthetic that we're looking at? And
to have tact.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
Well, good for her.
Yes.
150.
I know. I don't know how she did that.
Yeah, that's what they say. I wonder how she did that.
I'm trying to drop 10. I can't do that. All right. So Christian Louboutin, who is if you don't know, the red bottoms guy, the guy who writes
red bottom heels of shoes. Let me clarify.
Red bottom heels. He has those very expensive heels with red bottoms. He has come out with a line of pumps in 5 shades of nude. Now, he did this 4 years ago. Now he's expanded to a line of heels in different shades of nude. What's significant about this is that most designers don't only do one shade of nude. So it doesn't fit my color. It doesn't fit your color. It doesn't fit her color. It doesn't fit all the brown people in here. So it's nice to see that. But again, these heels are $800. So I can't afford. I won't be buying a Christian
resale shop. Well, I think that's awesome because the whole, nude shoes, great neutral shoe, but they're in fashion a lot of they're to be elongating your body,
Yeah.
and if you don't have the right tone, it defeats the purpose of being neutral and elongating your body. So people of color, Latin women, and were left out. So they're a little late than this, but it's great that they did it still.
Yeah, but I need Nine West to come out with some.
You need Payless.
All right. Okay, but I need budget ones to come out with nudes because
it's going to happen.
But I've been looking for a nude pump forever, and I don't want to spend $800 on one.
We talked about this Todd's tip.
I know we did.
It was the Todd's tip.
We did talk about this.
But I think you'll see now more replicas of this, I bet you, because flattery is imitation's flattery, and you'll watch more designers, I bet,
I hope so.
cheaper end designers develop some variety of color.
All right, I hope so. One more hot topic. We have this. Okay, we've been talking about these expensive, outrageous, ridiculous jeans that are have tears and torn.
Yeah,
and all this kind of stuff that's ridiculous and at a high price. So Prada has come out with a $185 paperclip. Imagine that.
Is it gold?
It's hold on, it's sterling silver. And you can get it at Barney's. I don't know what the deal is.
That's for somebody who has way too much excessive money, and unless it does, I don't know. I guess if you have who's bought them?
I don't know. I don't know.
I would not probably personally buy that.
I know, because I would lose it. I lose regular paper clips.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. It had to be clipped onto some really good, important
I
documents.
know, something.
But that's just too excessive, and you know.
Yeah.
But look at there's tons of designers making things that don't make sense,
know.
and so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised, but
Okay.
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. All right. So everybody was on Twitter and social media yesterday because TMZ, who is like the Bible for celebrity news,
Bible.
I guess, has come out with saying that Beyonce and Jay-Z have named their kids. And so the names are Rumi and Sir. So
What were they smoking?
Rumi. I like Rumi is a poet and prophet, a Persian from the
Okay.
13th century. I have his books, and it's very prophetic. Sir, I'm not sure about because if you say sir, like when somebody would you say hi sir? What would you do? I don't know what.
I don't know. They're tripping with no luggage. I don't know.
I like that. Tripping with no luggage. All right, Todd, what's your tip today? Tripping with no luggage.
Okay,
That's
guys.
funny.
Well, the heat is on right now, so make sure that
Tripping with no
Sorry.
luggage. Okay.
it's hot.
Okay, it is.
And it's hot outside, so it's hot outside. So make sure that you are protecting your sunglasses when you're in the heat.
Huh?
Yes, heat warps your sunglasses, guys.
Is that what happened to mine?
Yes, let me tell you. Especially, you want to keep them in it warps your frame, so you want to keep them in a box or the little hard case, and never wear them on your forehead. That will help them protect and keep them from being warped.
Never wear them. Oh, okay. And
'Cause
don't sit on them either, huh?
Well, yeah, but yeah. It warps your glasses,
Yeah.
and it's hot outside right now, and some people either put them on their forehead or leave them in the car in the middle, and you just want to make sure you protect them so they're not warped.
Okay.
So there's a little hot tip for you.
A hot tip. Okay,
From
so
Hot Toddy.
From Hot Toddy. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be with Kechi in the studio.
I love the
And
name.
we also will be giving away a book written by her mother about the experience that after her plane crash and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have a book giveaway. The phone number will be 832-685-1025. Keep that in your phone and call us when we tell you to call.
Try to keep my conversation clean.
Can we get away too? Is that okay? Okay, perfect.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, we got 2 people already.
Okay, perfect.
So,
Call
only
Facebook.
way you know
And if
For a book.
is
well, if we,
it like
do we want to
things
ask
like that. You don't have like any type of like.
We just gotta be looking. Yeah.
Okay, she's like,
Call
okay.
for
Not
questions.
seen.
Call for questions.
Sometimes I don't, but it's okay. Usually they call back.
So tell me, just hold on.
Hello.
We're gonna do the interview, and then
Hello.
we're gonna
Okay,
call
perfect.
for
So
the
we're on
book.
break right now. As soon as we
We're
come
gonna say
back,
we're gonna
we'll
give
have
away
you
the
on.
book in the second segment,
Claim your
right?
prize.
Yeah.
Okay. Second
We'll
segment.
we'll tell them to call
Yes.
right after.
Right, we finish the first segment.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Can
when
I
you
get
come
your
back,
name,
before
actually?
you talk to her again, let's just take the caller.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's your
Thank you.
PH?
Whose song is this?
Anybody need
This
water?
Is Neo?
Neo.
I'm good. Thank
Take
you.
mom numbers just in case they drop.
Lady,
I'm good.
Okay, Whitney Patton.
God.
water?
Okay. Okay. And I got your number down. Okay. And just stay on hold for me.
All right, the Leaning Tower.
What did you say?
Oh no, I don't think they will. I'm not sure actually. They might ask you some. Are you excited or something like that? But
That was fun.
needs to
that's
be on
about
a
it.
shirt.
Yeah, right?
On a shirt.
Okay, perfect.
With the luggage. That is a good.
Those are weird names. I mean, I'm all up for Ivy. I took Ivy. Or Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
I took that. I'm
You
okay
embrace
with
Blue
that.
Ivy.
Everybody
Yeah.
But I like Rumi. I
Now,
like
Rumi's
sir.
cute. So he'll never not be called sir. Get it? It's like when people call their kids Mr. or General.
Hello.
It's like,
Okay.
you know,
Can I get your
he
name?
will always be called sir. He will
What
always
do you think,
call
Facebook?
So it always has some
Sir.
respect.
Always put some speck on it.
Your spec.
You gotta put some speck on his name.
Oh,
Always
God.
got some speck on his name. No matter what, we always got some speck on his name.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Well, I guess it's like, you know, you
Okay.
can't call me Joy and not be
You
happy.
know what I mean?
And what's your last
Right.
We need to see if
Okay.
people are asking questions. And
Oh.
Yeah, so because some of them you
Okay,
can.
so
We're
we're
gonna
on
bring
break
them
right
out.
now.
I know.
We'll probably be back in like a
Because
minute,
what
30
they
seconds.
do,
I'm
they
gonna put you on
talk to the
for 1
people who
second,
are on
but
Facebook.
Yeah.
So they
Congratulations,
say,
you won.
oh, Kim is.
So let
Normally
me
she
put you
had
back
it
on
up
1 second.
there.
So are we on my Facebook page or on Amazing Facebook?
You're on Amazings.
Okay. No, I mean I have it on my.
So if anybody's talking to them,
ours,
can
or
we
we
talk
looking for
to
questions
them?
on Amazing?
What should we
I
be
get-
doing?
she did
How
her
do
she'll
you,
probably
how
get
do you
more.
normally do
So
it?
for
both.
me, because
Right
we
now,
have it
we just have
here,
one.
Yeah.
but I do it on her personal page.
You do it on her personal page.
And I read it off.
The personal page, and you say, hey, Kim in Pearland is
Yes.
saying, okay,
Gotcha.
that's how you do it.
Can I access
So-
There you go.
it from here?
Or what you can do is you can look. Wait, this isn't on Amazing
Yeah, but I'm
yet,
digging
is
your
it?
hair.
Huh?
This isn't
That's
on
the
Amazing
same
yet,
thing.
right?
Oh, it is.
It
Okay,
is.
so you can read. Someone else can be reading it off
Okay.
from Amazing's page.
Okay. And then we can just tell them what's being said. Okay.
Yes.
So we pulling that up so I can at least read.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Somebody said hello, Joy and Todd.
Somebody said hello, Joy and Todd.
Hey, who is it?
Let's see.
Hold on, it's like being weird.
Samira?
Samira Faridi. She's like, hey,
Hey,
Samira.
Samira. We love you.
You only want to do this one song?
We got till the 5th. We got till 18. You can do one more.
Yeah.
Hello, come on in.
Yes.
Come on in. Hi.
I'm Tarnisha Hartsfield.
Hello. Thank you for coming. You're welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Right over there.
You smell delicious. Hi, I'm Todd.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Which one do you
You have it plugged in now.
No, because it can't hear the music or we're gonna get copyrighted. So it kind of just hears.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it kind of just hears a bunch of.
Thank you so much.
We're just going
Yeah,
to our
I let
first
them know. I got their
interview.
numbers.
I love your tuning.
They really want people.
That's a great
Just make sure your phone is
thing is
off.
frozen.
You can still tweet, whatever, but just make sure your phone, the
Everything's
ringer is
silent.
off.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Loading.
So this is Kechi.
You have to,
She
like,
was on
keep
America's
refreshing
Got
probably.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a sketchy.
Blew him away
Gotcha.
from Pearland, and so
Go for girl.
What I can do,
Yes.
I can
And that's
pull it
mama.
up.
And that's-
I'm over here.
Yeah, so it kind of just hears. Oh God, here's my.
It's on our page now.
It's on, so yeah,
So
because
I have-
that
I
way,
have- we're on our page, we're on my private page, on my personal page, and we're on Amazing too.
right.
Okay.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Everywhere you
Okay,
wanna
watch
be.
your language.
That's right. But yeah,
So
that
should I
way.
be looking at Amazings?
You can do, I think you can probably get more.
The only thing,
Well,
just
right
make
now
sure
it
it
has
doesn't, the sound.
107.
We're
Why
probably
am I
today.
stick like that?
Hi. Oh, how you always say.
What's what I got that?
We have 4 viewers right now on Amazing.
On Amazing. Well, look, if you look on Amazing, then I'll look on mine. Keep it on mine.
Okay.
What? So sweet of you.
Oh, sugar.
You are my We love sweet.
What do we have left? 4 minutes?
2.
2?
Oh.
We can come back if we need to.
It's a 5-minute song. We should,
This is a 4-minute song.
yeah, we don't need all that.
Okay, we can come back.
So with fading it out, do you use it on, you fade it in and out on this thing, right?
Yeah, okay, I'm about to do it. This is kind of low actually right now. So look, there's deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck 1, deck 2.
I have chocolate chip and snickerdoodles.
Oh,
Lord.
heck no.
Yes, chocolate
I
chip
have
and
pool
snickerdoodles.
parties this weekend.
No.
I'll eat some for
Everybody
everybody.
Snickerdoodles.
I'll eat some for everyone.
Okay.
I do. Let me get that for you.
I'll
I'm
come in
sorry.
and I'll do a
When you get
return.
that page, get the one out the refrigerator, babe. No, room temperature. You like room temperature?
Are you ready?
Yep, we got
Ready.
room temperature.
Thank you. Why is it not? I'm stuck though.
How much time you have?
Now.
All right.
Let's take this to.
I don't know why it's not.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
back, everybody. You are listening to Joyful Life on Amazing 102.5 FM.
All right. Okay, so we teased that we were talking with Miss Kechi from Pearland, Texas.
I love that
Who lives in
name.
Pearland, Texas. And she is on the current season of America's Got Talent. I love the show. It's with Simon Cowell. The judges are Simon Cowell, Mel B, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel. It's a wonderful show, and so I happen to be watching it one night, and I see her sing, and then she said she was from Pearland. I'm like, oh, we have to have her on the show.
We're watching the same night.
Welcome, Kechi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Welcome. Okay, so what has it been like to be on the show?
It's been amazing. Just so far, just really surreal. Can't still believe I'm there. But it's been just an experience, really, you know, seeing everything from everything that happens backstage to when you get your moment on the stage and in front of all those people. And it's been very nerve-wracking, but also kind of almost like fulfilling a dream of mine as well. So it's been really cool.
How did you begin to sing?
I have always loved singing since I was a kid, but my voice was only just okay, I guess, when I became a teenager, and that's when I kind of discovered that I loved to actually sing, not just love music. And I just kind of sang to everyone that I knew and everywhere, and, you know, to myself in my room, to my bed and my stuffed toys, and to my family and my friends, and just always singing, really. That's always been me. And that's kind of how that started, I guess, the love for music.
Okay, so we hear that you didn't audition. You actually had someone do this for you? Okay, tell us the story.
You?
Okay, so an application, basically, if you can't make it to the because they actually come to do the auditions in different cities, right? But if you can't make it to that, then you can submit something via the online platform. So I have always been singing, like I said, and after the accident, I kind of started doing it even more. So my friends, one of my friends who, you know, I'm always singing to, has always threatened that she was gonna, you know, send some clip of me singing to one of these shows, and I just ignored her and just like whatever.
You're like, yeah,
you know,
whatever.
I'm just what, you know, I didn't expect anything. So randomly one day I get this phone call from someone who claimed she was calling from America's Got Talent. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, thanks. And it was like around like 8 a.m. So I was sleeping. And so I wake up later and I'm like, did I get a phone call from America's Got what? So I called the number back, and that's when I realized it's actually real. And then I get an email from America's Got Talent as well. And it's been forwarded to me from my friend's email address. So I call her and I'm like, did you do something? And it turned out that she submitted an online application on my behalf, and she sent in like a clip of me singing along with it. And that was how everything started, the conversation between myself and AGT, and just sending more and more clips and everything. It just started from that application she sent in. So
Wow. Were you mad at her?
No, I was I was not, man. I mean, I was very shocked. And also more shocked that anyone actually replied, and, you know, out of like the thousands of applications they probably get, you know. So that just like, I don't know, that was so shocking to me, you know. And not surprised she did something like that. She does things like that, you know. She takes those steps that people are afraid to take. You know, she's that kind of person.
Sometimes you need a friend like that who
to
will
give you that little
give you
nudge.
that little nudge and, you know,
That's so
push
true.
you on your way. So that's fantastic. Now, you were on the show and you actually told your story. You said that you were involved in a plane crash when you were 16.
Correct.
One of two survivors out of 170?
109.
109. So tell us, what was life like after that crash?
Life after the crash, first of all, everything changed. You know, everything that we knew to be our reality completely changed from that moment. My entire family's life got uprooted, and my mom, people like that were really close to me, like my mom, my father, my sister, you know, especially for my mom, she had to do everything. She followed me to South Africa where I got my emergency treatment, and she just basically abandoned everything that she had back home just to take care of me and be there for me. So, you know, in many ways, you know, our lives changed. Mine particularly, just because, you know, I was the one who went through the, you know, huge, you know, insult that the accident had been to my body. it was really just a moment of for a very long time. It was just a lot of pain, you know, a lot of pain and the itching that comes with the healing of the scars, and it was a very, you know, live minute by minute kind of life. You know, it wasn't even like live every day as it comes. It was like try to survive to the next moment, to the next and the next. And a lot of the things that I did at the time were just because of my mom, and you know, I drew strength from her, and I did things because I wanted her to be happy, and you know, I knew she was happy when she saw me, you know, put effort into living and surviving, and so that was pretty much my life for the next 7 months or so.
Wow. Did you ever feel like you wanted to give up?
I don't want to say, I don't think I can say that because that's not true. From the moment that I opened my eyes, I knew that if I was alive right now, then I had to just stay alive. I had to do what I could to stay alive. I wasn't going to waste this. The moment that I woke up, I was able to feel that way, you know, this zeal to like, you know, push through. But a lot of times I did feel helpless. When I'm lying there and I can't do anything, you know, in the bed, I feel like I can't do anything about the pain. I can't do anything about, you know, the itching and just everything that was happening. A lot of times I would just lie there and cry on like hours on end. And nothing could console me except, you know, if my mom comes in and she prays with me and, you know, things like that. Yeah. So I did have these helpless moments.
What gave you strength?
My mom. She was my rock for a very long time. She had amazing faith and, you know, trust in God. And at the time, I wasn't really that much of a Christian. I mean, I was a Christian, you know, because my mom was, my family was, but just like a teenager, you know, I just went to church because my mom was going. You know, I didn't have any particular relationship with him, so I was content at the moment. You know, just living my life through my mom's faith. You know, drawing strength from her strength. That was what my motto was at the time. It was only after a little while, you know, passed that I understood that I had to develop my own relationship with God.
Now, did you have survivor's guilt? Because you also told the story that you were holding one of your classmates, and on the plane were your classmates, and you were holding your friend's friend's hand at the time of the crash.
Yeah.
Did you have any survivor's guilt?
I'm happy to say that I never once had survivor's guilt, and the reason for that, I believe, is because I did not want to ever sully the memories of the people that passed away. I didn't want to, you know, make just, you know, kind of cover it with this negative feeling of, you know, why me? I didn't want to ever go down that road, not just because I didn't want to insult their memories, but also because it's a very slippery slope. You know, there's some questions that never have answers. No one knows why you know, there were only 2 survivors. No one knows. And so why ask that question when you're never going to get an answer? You just have to do your best to live your life in a way that, you know, kind of uplifts those the memories of the people that passed away. And that's kind of the route that I took with my life.
Now, your name means, your name is Kechi Okwuchi, and it means God's own and God's word.
Yeah.
Do you think that was just a happenstance that you have to have this blessed name?
Yeah.
You know?
It sounds like a celebrity name.
I would love to say that might have something to do with it. The truth is that a lot of, like, every Nigerian name has a meaning like that, to be very honest, especially Igbo, which is where my tribe, I mean, we tend to have a lot of Chi, which is God, you know, a lot of names that have to do with God and, you know, just encouraging it, like faith-based names. So, I mean, that's pretty much very standard in Nigeria. So, I mean, but I would love to think that, you know, my name may have something to do with why, you know, God has just been with me so far, you know, and everything.
Did music become therapy for you after the crash?
100% for sure. I mean, music was already a part of my life before the crash. I grew up in a very musical family. My dad's taste kind of influenced mine from a very young age. And my mom's side of the family is very musical as well. There are a lot of people who love to sing as well and have great voices. So we used to do things like that as a family all the time. My mom taught me a lot of, like, really nice songs growing up.
So your mom your mom is in studio. She sings.
Oh, but maybe she can sing.
Yeah, maybe she can. Since you can't sing, maybe your mom can sing. Yes. Okay.
It was fun growing up for sure with that. So yeah, I mean, after the accident, I mean, music was, before it became therapy, it was already like a big part of my survival. You know, when I was in the coma, I would hear music playing because my mom knew that I liked music, so she would bring in CD. She asked my cousins and my sister, what CDs, what musicians I liked, so she could have that playing on repeat while I was in sleep, and I would hear that in my subconscious. So I woke up knowing songs that I didn't know before the accident. Like I woke up knowing these songs.
Oh,
which
wow.
was very
Like
interesting.
were there any particular songs?
Yeah, one was Stand Up for Love, Destiny's Child.
Oh,
okay.
I love it so much. Another one was Women of Faith, like the entire album, I guess, Women of Faith album, Treating My Sorrows. I mean, I would hear this repeatedly. And so I woke up just knowing these songs. It was so weird. But yeah, so that's how, music became therapy for me down the line, like with Shriners Hospital, especially here in America.
So how did you decide what to sing for America's Got Talent? Were you scared?
Okay, so my choice of song came from a place of comfort, a song that I knew inside out, a song that I loved, that I could do whatever I felt like with, I could play around with. And even if I forget the lyrics, I can make up something. That kind of song, So I've always felt that way about Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud from the moment I heard it. And I love the lyrics. I love lyrics. I'm a very lyrical. I love when lyrics make sense and have meaning. And that's what I fell in love with that song for sure. And so I knew the song inside out, and that's pretty much my main reason for choosing that song to sing. Yeah.
So how have you adjusted to this new normal for you? And new normal in the way you look, new normal in the way you live your life. How have you adjusted?
Well, this new normal has been my life for the past, I bet, 12 years or so, So I guess from the beginning, I was very secluded, isolated, hospitalized all the time. Surgery was the only reason I would leave the house was just because I had surgery, and then I would come right back. So I guess when I started really going out to the outside world and doing normal things, that would be around 2009 when I went back to finish high school. And since that moment, I've pretty much been very single-minded in what I want to do. I just had these kind of like this checklist that I was just ticking how to get back into normalhood, normalcy. You finish high school, then you take your SATs, you get into college, you graduate as well as you can, So that has been like my focus for a very long time. So I want to say that it was pretty, aside from the surgeries that I would have, I pretty much felt like I was a normal part of society for, from that moment. I never thought about how are people going to see me or anything like that. Mostly also because people are mostly very friendly when you get a chance to talk to them. I haven't had, I can count the amount of bad experiences I've had so far on like one hand. A lot of people are positive, encouraging. Those are the kind of people I end up meeting, thank God. And so that has helped me also be more confident, in how I approach people and how I approach life. And so I started out with this mindset that I would just live my life as normally as possible. And then the people I met, helped enforce that even further. So
fantastic. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be giving away the book that her mother has written about Kechi's journey.
Yep.
And so stay with us.
Hey, Kechi, you are born for this.
my friends Joy and Todd on The Joyful Life every Saturday at noon on Amazing 102.5 FM.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to The Joyful Life on Amazing 102.5 FM.
Okay, so Kechi's mother, Ojiama,
That was good.
okay, Okwuchi, she wrote a book in 2012 based on your experience and your journey.
True.
And we're going to be giving away a couple of those books. It's called Refined for Rebirth. And tell us a little bit about your mom's book.
So my mom kept a journal from pretty much the very moment when she discovered that I was in fact alive after the crash had happened, up until about a few maybe days before we left South Africa. So about the span of 7 months. So the book is basically based on my time in South Africa and my experience there, how day-to-day activity was for her and for me. And I don't know what it was nothing but the Holy Spirit that just led her to keep this journal, and to, as though, she just kind of like a foretelling of the fact that she would need to put all that into a book one day, because she's never done anything like that before. I mean, she just felt led to keep this, documentation of every single thing that happened while we're in South Africa. And South Africa was pretty much, the most trying time in every way for myself and for my mom and for my entire family. So that's what the book is about, basically.
Okay, I think we have two callers. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Tell me your name.
Whitney.
Hey, Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Have you been listening to the show?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a book for you, Refined for Rebirth, and I think we have your phone information. We will call you back at the end of the show and get all your contact information, so we make sure you get your book.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Caller 2.
Caller 2? Hello?
Caller, you there?
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
What is your name?
Malik.
Hi, Malik.
Have you been watching the show? Or listening? or listening. I forget what radio. Listening?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think about Kechi?
I think it's really good.
Do you have a question for her?
At the moment,
no.
It's okay.
It's okay. All
Put
right.
you on the spot. Sorry about that.
All right, so we have your information. We'll make sure you get a book out to you. We'll contact you at the end of the show to get your mailing address.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you. All right, Kechi. All right, so you graduated in 2015,
correct?
With a degree in economics.
Yes.
And you were number 1 in your class. Is that
yes, for economics.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was.
Whoa. And so now you're in a master's program at St. Thomas University, University of St. Thomas.
Yes.
In economics too.
Yes.
What's
I'm
your
gonna go all the way with it as much as I can.
So what are your plans?
My ultimate dream with my degree is to work at the UN, in the Economic Council. That would be just like the culmination of all the hard work, in my academic life, basically. And I just hope that one day I can actually, get my foot in the door with some kind of internship, and then just that would lead me to something greater, something where I can make an impact. Also, I have a very big interest in the Federal Reserve as well. So whichever comes first, I guess. Yeah, but I'm going to be putting myself out there in both regards. So yeah,
I know that will happen. So what about your singing career?
Oh, wow.
Because you're going to have one.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, you're going to have one.
That would be amazing. I mean, this is something that I was on this path, and then this whole thing happened and just kind of forged a whole new path in my life that I never considered, because I never thought that this would actually happen in real life, So this has kind of forced me to think about things that I've never let myself think about, like what if music actually can become my, number one career? What if I can be an artist? What if I can sing, with, a lot of Christian artists that I love so much? I mean, I think that would just be a dream come true, a real dream come true, because that's something that is very personal to me, singing. And I have no idea where it's going to lead, how far it's going to go with America's Got Talent, but I'm just definitely, willing to put my all into it and just see where the future leads with that.
Wow.
Last question.
What brings you joy?
What brings me joy? Wow, that's a loaded question. A lot of things bring me joy. Oh my God. I would say number one right now would be for sure my family. They have been my rock in this whole process, not just because of the accident, but just because of how much there's a togetherness that we have always fostered from before it happened, which is what helps after the fact. And they've always just been there, and I'm the most real with them. It's so amazing. And so they bring me ultimate joy in my life. Another thing is my family was the one that led me to understand God. So he also brings me a lot of joy as well. I'm really grateful to him for giving me the family that he gave me. So
You are a delight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for sharing your story.
And America's Got Talent airs on NBC.
Yes.
I don't
Tuesday, 7, 8 Central.
7, 8 Central. So
I'll be sitting there.
Yes. So you watch it. Check out Kechi, and we're gonna wish you much luck on that show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you
so
for
much.
sharing your story too.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have Tarnisha Hartsfield, who is in this wonderful production called Simply Simone over at the Ensemble Theater, a tribute to the life and legacy of Nina Simone. Ooh, okay, thank you.
Did you say you wanted her to do a drop?
Oh, yes. Could you stay until the end of the show? Sure. Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna show some legs. The first time I ever wore shorts.
This way. You can get it in the middle.
Yes.
Give me some loving.
That's cute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, more.
Oh, I forgot. I was afraid to buy.
She stood right up.
That's called posture.
Can you send them to me? I have
Yes,
I can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Can we get a picture with the mom and the daughter?
Yes. I can't believe Mom didn't bring that book. You got to push that book.
I know.
Look at her skin.
That's book number 2. How to get my skin.
1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
1, 2, 3. All right.
Yeah, I have a sister.
Yeah.
Older. She's 17.
Oh, okay. So everybody needs to. They all live here now? They all live here now? Everybody lives in Pearland?
Yeah, everyone's here.
Oh, that's great.
For treatment?
Yes.
Okay.
Shrine Hospital in Galveston.
Right. Okay, because you said they were good to you. I heard that in the TED Talk.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, wow. And so you just liked it and stayed?
No, pretty much they treated me because Shriners treat
an actor.
children.
Yeah.
Oh
my God! I was like, what happened? You
here. He did Rocky Horror. You look just like him. He could be you.
I'm right there.
Yeah, we got 40 seconds.
40 seconds, everybody. Let's have a seat. And we'll take this up to about.
Yes,
50.
I know.
We'll split this one up.
Play split.
We can do 5
I'm
and 5. Yeah, 5 and 5.
And
Okay.
raised like over he's
5 and then 5. Yeah, 5. So guys, we'll do 5 and 5 on this interview. Do you want to split it? Or just do one big one? Want to split?
I think, you want to split?
5 and 5.
You don't think just go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say full interview and then.
You could just do, you know what, just do one interview and I'm going to stop you at 58.
Yeah.
I'll just stop you guys. I'll wrap you guys and stop at 58.
Oh, I thought they were gonna go down and up and then do their goodbye.
Here we go.
We'll just
Okay,
follow
we'll do
us.
it. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Joyful Life with Joy Sewing and me, Todd Ramos.
Okay, we're back. We had a wonderful interview with Kechi from America's Got Talent. Now we have Miss Tarnisha Hartsfield. She is in the production Simply Simone over at the Ensemble Theater. It is a tribute to the music and legacy of Nina Simone. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so there's the musical open on Thursday.
On Thursday, the 29th of June.
What has it been like preparing and training and singing for this
Oh,
role?
it's been hectic.
And you played
fantastic as well.
So it's based on, it has 4 or 5 different Ninas?
There are 4 different Ninas, and I am the understudy for Nina 3 and Nina 4, and also a background vocalist for the production as well.
Okay.
Wow.
What did you learn about Nina Simone that you didn't know before you started preparing for this?
I learned that she, I think she gets kind of a bad rap publicly because of her bipolar diagnosis. However, she was brilliant. And she was a genius, and she dedicated her life really she thought it was going to go in one direction, and it turned out, such is life, to be something completely different. You know, she initially wanted to be the classical concert pianist, the first black classical concert pianist. Turns out she was a songwriter and also a vocalist and also an activist. So, yes, those are all the things I learned during this production.
Well, so the 4 Ninas are for different times in her life, right?
Different times in her life. There's Nina 1, who is Samantha West, and she represents Nina probably from the age of about 11 to maybe 15. And then there's Nina 2, who's Lakeisha Randall, and she represents Nina from the ages of 20 to 30. She's very classy and she's elegant to me. And then Nina 3, she's the activist. She is represented by T-Cake Ferguson. And then there's Nina 4, who is Rita L. Hughes. And she is kind of the elder. She's getting ready to transition. She's coming to terms with her past and all of the mistakes, all the things she got wrong, all the things she got right. And then she transitions as Nina 4. So, yeah.
Fantastic. How did you prepare for the role?
How did I prepare?
Or the roles.
Okay. Exactly. The roles. We actually got the script probably about a year ago. So I just began to look at interviews and articles and whatever I could find, basically, that could tell me the backstory of who she is, so that I could interject that into the character. It helps to build the character and to kind of get a sense as to what her mission was and what her thought process was and how she felt about the things that had taken place in her life. So it was a journey.
I bet it
was a journey, for
she
sure.
was a very complex woman.
She was a very complex woman, and not that complex at the same time. You know, she's a person.
So you were playing the activist.
I am playing the activist and also the elder Nina as well.
What was it that you learned from that, of her activism?
I learned that we're not that far necessarily from where we were in 2017. That's the reality of it. I learned to be fearless. She had to come out. She had to put to sleep what she thought she was going to be and actually embrace what God had put before her. And so she had to make a lot of different concessions, personal concessions, in order to become who she was meant to be. So, you know, that's pretty much it.
No, you know, a lot of actors talk about how they get into character and that they stay in the character even when they're off set.
Absolutely.
So, were you Nina at home? Were you Nina?
You talk. I'm Nina right now.
I thought you knew.
Always Nina. You have to keep her close to you in order to really embrace the role. So I find myself, I mean, even right now, when we're joking around at the theater, we do say lines that have really nothing to do with we're not even acting at that point, but we incorporate them into our regular conversation just to stay in character and be prepared so that it can become second nature.
What was the hardest thing to prepare for this?
The most difficult thing, I think, was the emotional aspect of it. She went through a lot.
Yeah.
She went through a lot, which you see unfold in the play. But she overcame it, you know, so it was heavy. It's emotionally heavy, but there are some very joyful moments in there. The director, Pedro Harris, always reminds us to find the joy. You literally,
Amen.
you have to find it
Yes.
because it can
Yes.
escape you.
Yes.
If you're just concentrating on what the media, how they have portrayed her, you have to find the moments of joy, which is what we did. So,
How does the play musical tackle the mental illness?
how does the play tackle mental illness? It doesn't really focus on that actually at all.
Okay.
I mean, she has a couple of temper tantrums. I'm pretty sure I had some of those this morning.
Yeah, right.
You know, so it doesn't focus on that. It focuses on her mission.
Okay.
And it focuses on how she actually dedicated her life to the cause. It's not really a lot about her bipolar issues because she was much more than that for sure.
Were there movement? I mean, watching her on video and YouTube videos and everything, did she have movements that you had to pay attention to that you
Actually, of course.
Yes.
You have to sit up straight and you have to stand up straight and you must articulate everything that comes out of your mouth. She was very much, you know, you have people who are themselves and you have people who are themselves.
Yes.
She's one of those women who was, she was it. I mean, if you don't like it, work that out. But this is it.
Could you bless us singing a little bit of something from the play?
Sure. I think I'm going to do something that Nina 3 does. So on you.
Ooh, here we go.
Here we go.
I put a spell on you 'cause you're mine. Tweet-a-doo-doo-doo. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. I can't stand it. You're running around, boy. I can't stand it, Daddy. I can't stand it 'cause you put me down. Yeah. I put a spell on you because you're mine. You're mine. Oh, we'll be right back. Thank you.
Yeah. Girl, you put a spell on me.
That was fantastic.
That was good.
That was wonderful. So when we come back, we'll just
about 1 minute.
I know I really do. She put a spell on me.
And then
I don't have a play right now, so it's just you.
www.ensemblehouston.com.
Yes.
And I'll remind everybody that it plays through July 30th.
Right, and if for those who don't know anything about Nina Simone, like I didn't, not prior to, but that was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I learned really who she was, and I was watching it like, how did I know this woman? I knew the name, but I didn't know how the history and her activism.
Yeah.
She was well ahead of her time.
Absolutely.
She was absolutely
Do you want a
ahead of
song
her
or
time.
do you want to just come back? Because it's like 5 minutes.
Huh?
It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you could just take it to the top, right?
No, what do you mean?
Do you want a break or you coming back?
Huh?
Do we want to?
You coming back, right?
Right now? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, and we'll just go all the way to the top.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank and then goodbye, everybody.
Okay, so just give us a time.
I'll
How
give
much
you.
time?
I'll give you.
How much
You'll have
time?
about 5 total.
5 total. Okay.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Joyful Life on Amazing 102.5 FM.
Okay, we have a wonderful interview with Miss Tarnisha Hartsfield with Simply Simone musical at the Ensemble Theater, which plays through July 30th.
Who just gave us an amazing song.
I know. She sang I Put a Spell on
She
You.
put a spell on
And
me.
she's gonna put a spell
I
on
got chills.
For someone who is not familiar with Nina Simone, why is it important to go see this play?
It's important to see the play, first of all, to become familiar with who she is and to sort of rid yourself of what you may have heard along the way about who she is. But also it changes you. It changes you. It's relevant. It teaches you to be fearless. It teaches you that you can overcome anything, as she did. And so it kind of makes you a better person, I would say. All of the cast have consistently stated that how proud they are to have been a part of this experience. It just, there are some things in life you can buy.
Yeah.
You absolutely cannot buy what you experience.
Wow.
And in this production, the director, Pedro Harris, is fantastic, as is the musical director, Chika Matunde. So come out and see it.
What's next on your list?
What's next?
After Simply Simone, what's next for you?
Well, I'm a teacher
Oh,
by
wow.
day.
Okay.
First grade, yes. However, I am also actually in the process of auditioning, even today, for next season. So,
fantastic.
We shall.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Houston. I lived in New York for 4 years, but I moved back in 2014 and returned to teaching, and I decided to audition last season for the ensemble.
How do your kids think about all this?
Oh, they're
your
so
students.
excited.
What grade?
No, they're first grade, easily excited. I can say boo, and they're like, what? They can say boo.
Not boo, but hey boo.
Exactly. All of that. So they're excited. Anything I do, they love it. So,
quick question:
Yes.
What brings you joy?
Ooh, what brings me joy? Peace, freedom, happiness, my family, all of those things brings me joy, for sure. Bring me joy.
Fantastic.
For sure.
Okay, the play is Simply Simone at the Ensemble Theater through July 30th. Please tell us the website.
And the website is www.ensemblehouston.com.
Get your tickets. It's selling out really fast.
It is.
It's selling out very fast.
Wow, you're amazing.
Amazing.
You're a Houston treasure.
We had Houston treasures in here today.
Yes, we did. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And we have, what's coming up next?
Yeah, we have the Dave Cause Show, which will be from 1 to 3 p.m., the Jonathan Sprinkles Show from 5 to 6, and the Gossiping Heifers from 6 to 7. Get that dirt.
All right, so join us here next week, right here on Amazing 102.5 FM, noon, for The Joyful Life with Joy Sewing and
Todd Ramos.
Have a joyful week, everyone.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
You have such a great voice too. I love this energy.
I know, this is great. I wish I could sing.
Yeah, we're so
Really?
Where did you get this?
And you don't teach music? Do you teach music in school?
I do not. I teach, first grade, I teach all subjects.
Really?
Wow.
You should be a teacher.
Oh, Uncle Don't. Who's the first grader and who's the 47-year-old? Who's in the middle?
That's awesome. Pictures.
Oh,
I can get it on your phone too.
okay. Let's hear your body say. What'd you say?
I can get it on your phone if you want me.